With Davao City's strong economic growth, the travel demand increased significantly, which led to rising carbon and noise emission from public utility vehicles and worsening traffic congestion.
January 1, pag hindi nyo na modernize yan, umalis kayo.
In 2017, the Department of Transportation launched the Public Utility Vehicle, which is a modernization program under Duterte's administration. The program aims to transform the road sector of public transport by introducing safer and climate-friendly vehicles, improve regulation, and industry consolidation. However, in the same year, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio asked for consent from the DOTR to exempt the city from the nationwide implementation of the Jeepney Modernization Program. She said it would be pointless to require the modernization of the public utility vehicles when the city is embarking on the high-priority bus system, one of her priority programs during her term. Thus, the City Government of Davao focused on implementing the high-priority bus system from then on.
The primary goal of the high priority bus system in Davao is to provide convenient, reliable, durable, eco-friendly land transportation for the riding public of Davao City.
Having these beneficial outcomes brought to us by the high priority bus system implementation, we acknowledge that challenges will always be ahead. As for commuters, they say that adjustments towards adopting the high-priority bus system are challenging.
Sangayon ko sa gina-implement nila na bus, pero dili siya convenient sa ako ba kay layo amo tapos kanang mag-travel pa mi para sa padulong sa bus stop para magsakay og bus. So murag doble na siya nga kanang gasto ay na siya na disadvantage ang sa bus. So
maglisod po ko diri sa kayo sa among gunuguli ko tag alas 10 na alas 9 so tag 7 naman 7 PM ra kutob ang diri bus. So lisod kay siya. So ako muna sa ko nang nagano lang ko abot ito nagabaktas lang kay lisod jud kay sa isakay para sa kuha. Mas okay siguro kung daghang bus, mas okay siya. Kay Saturday, Sunday wala magud poy wala poy ka ng bus pod. Kay di ba ang plano nila sa government is man kanang ilisan nila bus, di ba? Para sa kuha mas okay ang kung everyday ang ang bus.
On the other hand, the government also faces significant challenges concerning the high-priority bus system, which calls for intervention and collaboration.
I should say the number one issue that is being faced right now by the team of the HPBS, including LTFRB, is there will be a lot of traditional jeepney drivers and operators which will be affected by this system because it is a 100% phase out of all the units.
Katong pagkabalo namo nga episode murag sakit kay sa among kabubuton kay tungod kay among paginabuhian good drive naman. So mawala nga mapisa out wala mi kadriban. So ang among problema is mangita mig laing paginabuhian para mabuhi lang pod.
Moreover, aside from the unemployment of jeepney drivers as the number one challenge of HPBS implementation, another one is the resettlement of people affected.
Yung last is ang mga resettlement na affected people. Okay? So who are they? Ito yung for example, pagtatayuan ng mga depots, ng mga bus terminals, and ng mga tawag nito, yung bus stops. Kasi we have 1,000 bus stops. So doon. So pag tatayuan nyo ng mga infrastructures, right? So may maaapektuhang mga settlers. So if maapektuhan sila, kailangan may compensation din ng government for that.
But then, even though this is a challenge, there are a lot of preparations in order to help our affected drivers and operators. like say for example, social development program wherein the government will pay for their units, and then availability of employment if in case the driver will decide to transition to become a bus driver, they will be given priority, educational assistance to their family members. So those are the support that the government will be giving.
So for the PUG operator, it's not less than 100,000 per unit. So if you have 3 units, you have 300,000. Now, if you are a driver, not less than 80,000. Sir, tatlo kami sa isang unit. Paghahatian nyo yan, yung 80,000. Okay? Nananadrive. Now, for the PG operator and driver, so dalawa yung nakukuha mo, 180,000.
I-hard ka ba yung driver sa bus, mo kang bus driver? Pwede. Muna yun sa karason kung nagikuan sa kuan, ay ang gobyerno, nagkuan sila sa panawagan tong mga evil person na bata-bata pa ako, 62 naman, di na ko pwede ko na.
Or sa uban.
Mo na option na gikuan sa gobyerno nga makakuan sa continuous gyapon sila sa paginabuhian.
For the resettlement as well, naka-profile na kami niya. And then I think nasa almost 200 families na yung na-profile namin. Hindi pa siya fix. Okay? Actually, hindi. If I'm not mistaken, malaki-laki yun sa kanila. Kasi babayaran ng gobyerno or magbibigay ang gobyerno ng assistance for the land and then the house and lot. House and lot, yung babayaran sa kanila. So, depende yan. Depende. But it would range around mga nasa 100 to 200,000, I guess. Yung compensation. 100 to 150 or 200,000. Yung compensation, financial compensation for them.
Indeed, despite the challenges faced by the high-priority bus system, mainly concerning the people, the government consistently assists those affected. After all, this project is for the betterment of all the Baweños as it offers many benefits.
It's very beneficial to our people because there is a good number of units which will be running around the routes of 29 routes of Davao. We are sure that there will be no longer a shortage of public utility vehicles in Davao City. So the other one is there is a time element when we talk about the operations. So say for example, you will be taking the bus in Bangkal, in Ateneo High School. There is like a time schedule already, so it is time efficient. So if it rains, you can stay inside the school, and then if it's time for the bus to arrive in the location, so it will be the time for it to go back. So it is they are very concerned with what we call this scheduling of the buses. And then the other thing is it's environment friendly because they'll be using Euro 4 and Euro 5 fuel, which is acceptable already worldwide as very eco-friendly fuel. You'll be using that kind of fuel. The other thing is that it is some of the buses are low-floored buses. So that means to say our brothers and sisters from or persons with disabilities will be able to access the bus, and it is also you can bring your bicycles and you can put it in front of the buses. But the most important thing is that this kind of system is a worldwide accepted system. It is being applied and it is being used in first world countries. So, and this will be first of its kind in the whole Philippines. So it's like riding a bus in Singapore or in Hong Kong, wherein it's very efficient, very comfortable, very reliable, and very dependable. Based on my information, the riding public is really excited for this particular project because it's, as I've told you, this is world class. It's really world class. But yun nga, the problem is the drivers that will be affected, including the operators. And I think one challenge also is the approval of the loan, because this is a loan from the Asian Development Bank to the tune of 70 billion pesos, which would include purchase of buses, and the construction of the terminals. So, but then because of the presence of our Vice President, Mayor Inday, in the national government, NEDA is now on the verge of probably approving this already. But according to the Asian Development Bank, the money is already ready.
In line with SDG number 9, Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure, which aims to build resilient infrastructure for more sustainable industrialization and foster innovation, implementing the high-priority bus system is an excellent step for Davao City to thrive in adapting sustainability for a quality life. So are you ready for a safer, more convenient, and more effective transport system in Davao City?